Garnacho dragged out. Gary Neville urges Man United to sell young star after stubborn behaviour. In a summer where optimism should be brewing following Manchester United's impressive triumph in the Premier League's summer series, the spotlight has shifted from collective glory to an unexpected storm of controversy. At the centre of this storm stands Alejandro Garnacho, the Argentine prodigy hailed as the next big thing at Old Trafford. Despite his burgeoning popularity and undeniable talent, Garnacho now finds himself embroiled in a growing saga that could define the next phase of his career, and, quite possibly, alter Manchester United's strategic direction under new management. The tipping point, a public and pointed criticism from former club captain and now top pundit Gary Neville, who stunned fans when he suggested United should consider selling Garnacho if his stubborn behaviour continues to undermine the team's ethos. This bold statement has since gone viral, igniting fiery debates among supporters, pundits, and insiders alike. As the dust begins to settle, the question looms, is this just a blip in a young star's journey, or the beginning of a dramatic exit from Old Trafford? From rising star to lightning rod, Garnacho's meteoric ascent. Alejandro Garnacho's rise through the ranks of Manchester United has been nothing short of sensational. Having joined the club's youth setup in 2020 from Atletico Madrid, the young winger rapidly became one of the brightest lights in the academy system. His pace, directness, and fearless attacking style turned heads at every level, and his name was soon being whispered as the next potential great in the long tradition of United's youth talent. By 2022, he had broken into the first-team squad under Erik ten Hag. Goals, assists, and viral moments, including a stunning solo run against Fulham and key contributions in European matches, only fueled the hype. For many, Garnacho represented the future, a player with flair, edge, and the arrogance that so often characterizes elite-level forwards. But beneath the surface of his on-pitch brilliance, questions began to emerge about his attitude off it. Ruben Amorim's shock decision, and the fallout. When Ruben Amorim, the highly rated Portuguese tactician, was brought in to oversee Manchester United's pre-season campaign following a summer of transition, fans were eager to see how he would blend United's youth with its senior stars. Yet one name was conspicuously absent from the squad list for the Premier League's summer series, Alejandro Garnacho. The omission wasn't due to injury or fitness. According to club sources, it was a disciplinary and tactical decision. Amorim, a coach who prides himself on discipline, tactical coherence, and unity, reportedly became frustrated with Garnacho's reluctance to follow instructions. The young winger, it is said, was unwilling to adapt his game to the structured demands placed on him during training sessions, a non-negotiable for the Portuguese coach. While Garnacho's individual brilliance was never in doubt, Amorim made it clear that no player, no matter how talented, was above the collective. His decision to leave Garnacho out of the squad was a direct message: discipline and tactical adherence come first. Gary Neville's explosive commentary: sell him if he won't listen. Speaking on Sky Sports following United's 3-1 win over Real Betis in the summer series, Gary Neville delivered what may be the most controversial soundbite of the off-season. Greater than, I love young talent, especially when it's homegrown or comes through our academy systems. Garnacho is electric, he's gifted, but talent without discipline is a ticking time bomb. If he doesn't change, United should cash in before it becomes a bigger issue. Neville's comments weren't off the cuff. The former right-back and club legend is known for his measured takes, but also for standing firm on values like discipline, work ethic, and respect for the manager, values instilled during the Sir Alex Ferguson era. Greater than, look, we've seen this before, Neville added. The likes of Ravel Morrison had world-class potential but let off-field issues derail everything. United can't afford to let history repeat itself. His remarks sparked intense reactions on social media, dividing fans between those who believe Garnacho deserves tough love, and those who think the criticism is too harsh, too soon. Fans torn, discipline first, vs, let the boy grow. As with any passionate fanbase, Manchester United supporters have not held back in expressing their views. On platforms like X, formerly Twitter, Reddit, and various fan forums, thousands have weighed in. Some are siding with Neville and Amorim, pointing out that United's badge represents more than flashy footwork. Greater than, the shirt comes with responsibility, one longtime season ticket holder wrote. I don't care how good he is, if he can't follow orders, he can go. Others, however, see a young player who needs guidance, not the chopping block. Greater than, this kid is 20. He's been tossed into the limelight, and now we're threatening to sell him over pre-season attitude. Asked another fan. We should be nurturing him, not vilifying him. A third camp believes the issue lies in communication, and that both the coaching staff and Garnacho should work harder to find common ground. Ruben Amorim, a new sheriff at Old Trafford. Much of the discussion hinges not only on Garnacho's behavior, but on Ruben Amorim's style of leadership. Known for his success with Sporting CP and his ability to mold young talent into disciplined units, Amorim arrived at United with high expectations and little tolerance for egos. Insiders say his methods have already created a new atmosphere at Carrington, with stricter training routines and an emphasis on tactical discipline over flair. It's a departure from the more flexible approach under previous regimes. Amorim, when asked about the Garnacho situation in a press conference, remained professional but firm. Greater than, we're building a team, not a highlight reel. Everyone must commit to our principles, no exceptions. The Garnacho paradox, raw talent versus club culture. Garnacho's case is emblematic of a broader issue plaguing elite football clubs, how to balance nurturing individual brilliance with maintaining a strong team ethic. Modern stars like Kylian Mbappe and Jadon Sancho have faced similar moments of reckoning. Talent is currency, but clubs like Manchester United, with their history and values, expect more. With United still trying to rebuild after a decade of post-Ferguson inconsistency, leadership is desperate to avoid toxic dressing room dynamics. Garnacho's future, then, may hinge on whether he can buy into Amorim's vision, or if he becomes a casualty of it. Potential outcomes, redemption or departure. At this crossroads, several paths remain possible. 1. Garnacho reflects and adapts. He accepts Amorim's challenge, embraces discipline, and earns his way back into the starting 11. This path would be the most rewarding, for both player and club. 2. A loan move. If tensions remain but the club still believes in his long-term potential, a loan could be arranged. Garnacho would gain experience elsewhere while cooling off and regaining form. 3. A shock transfer. Should his attitude not improve, and Neville's warning ring truer by the day, United may field offers. Clubs in Spain, especially Atletico Madrid, his former side, or PSG could be interested. 4. Internal rebellion. The worst-case scenario, a standoff between player and manager, leading to dressing room tension and media drama, something United is desperate to avoid. Conclusion, spotlight on Garnacho, and a test for United. Manchester United's identity has always been defined by more than just winning trophies. It's about unity, legacy, and discipline. Garnacho now finds himself at a personal crossroads, one where talent alone won't carry him through. His next steps could either cement his status as a future United great or turn him into a cautionary tale for the next generation of academy stars. The club, meanwhile, must tread carefully, balancing Amorim's firm hand with the long-term value of one of their most promising young players. One thing is clear, the pressure is on. Every move, every training session, and every media interaction will be watched, dissected, and judged. Will Alejandro Garnacho rise above the controversy and fulfill his potential? Or will he be remembered as the boy who had it all, but lost his way? Only time, and perhaps Garnacho himself, can answer that.